Yesterday at the Big A, David Murphy had a huge game, including his first walk-off hit as an Angel. Tonight, the Halos are in the Windy City and look to stay on a roll. Who will be tonight's hero? Angels and White Sox next. Dramatic win for the Angels yesterday afternoon, finishing up the road, the homestand, I should say, 4-2 tonight. They kick off that road trip here in Chicago. It's the first of 3 at U.S. Cellular Field. The Angels, with that victory yesterday, find themselves now a half game back of the Houston Astros. Tonight, the Astros and the Rangers both idle. We welcome you inside the cell and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and as we have seen throughout the season, and more importantly, during this last homestand, the fact that the Angels' offense has been a little sporadic, but you'll take a 4-2 homestand, and when it is counted, they certainly have stepped up.
Yeah, Victor, there was a lot of good swings in yesterday's game, and take a look at our AT&T versus Rewind. You're going to see some solid swings with production behind it. Cole Calhoun had a good game, and David Murphy gets a 3-run home run, his 100th of his career. When you see guys staying back on the baseball, driving the baseball, that's when you have an opportunity to do some things special. And then, after walking crowd attention, pulls attention, David Murphy stays back, drives the ball to left center field. A big swing for Murphy, able to pull off that win last night, which was so important, especially when you know you have to come to this ballpark and face a very good pitcher in Chris Sale.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this series plays out. The White Sox, a team that had a lot of expectations going into the season, and it certainly has not played out for them this year. You mentioned Chris Sale. He is on the mound. Matt Shoemaker on the mound for the Angels. When we return here to Chicago, we will talk a little bit more about that pitching matchup. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start Diamondbacks. Road trip at 3 here against the White Sox and 4 in Kansas City. He'll be opposed by left-hander Chris Sale.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Two pitchers going in different directions. When you think about what Matt Shoemaker has done his last 3 starts, no runs allowed, 27 strikeouts in 19-inning pitch. Chris Sale last 2 games, 10 in the third, 14 earned runs, 18 hits for the dominating left-hander in Chris Sale.
Just about ready for baseball here in Chicago. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Washed out batting practice, but no delay whatsoever. You see the White Sox have taken the field. Chris Sale getting ready to throw his first warm-up pitch. That means it is time for Mike Scioscia starting lineup for the Angels. Game number 111. They are 59 and 51, and Shane Victorino will lead things off. He'll play left field. Cole Calhoun at right. Mike Trout at center. Albert Pujols at first. Eric Ibar the shortstop. C.J. Cron the DH tonight. Johnny Giavotella second. Chris Idetta behind the plate. It's Tyler Featherston getting the start today at third base as they take on the 26-year-old left-hander native of Lakeland, Florida. His name is Chris Sale.
Chris Sale has a power fastball, 92 to 97, a very good slider, and a solid changeup, which he's thrown a lot more this season. My go-tos to be successful against Chris Sale is look for that release point. He does have a deceptive delivery. Try to read that baseball out of his hand and get that pitch down in the strike zone. Mike Trout last year on a changeup down in the strike zone, grand slam against Sale.
Check out the defense for the White Sox. Cabrera in left, Eaton in center, and Garcia in right. Saladino, Ramirez, Sanchez, and LaRoche from third to first. Tyler Flowers behind the plate.
And they do have a solid defense, especially at that shortstop position. And let's see Ramirez, very good throwing arm. He's played over 1,000 games, 1,055 at that shortstop position, which is fourth. As far as the White Sox, a couple of them Hall of Famers. Luis Aparicio and Luke Appling, both Hall of Famers, have played very good, and of course the great one, Ozzie at shortstop.
Ty's first pitch being delivered by the UPS store. First one tonight, it is up and away for ball one. Victorino hitting .236 on the year with a home run and 4 runs batted in. He's 2 for 12 as an Angel. There's a strike to even the count. Sale doesn't waste a whole lot of time on the mound, making his 22nd start of the year, 9-7, and a .352 ERA. This little flare foul behind the Angels dugout.
And it's 1-2. Halos out on the road, 23-28 after that last road trip. They went 0-6 as Victorino goes down swinging for the first out tonight.
That's that solid changeup from Chris Sale. The percentage of changeups he's thrown this year is up to 29% of all his pitches are changeups, which is considerably higher than it has been in the past, and it's a very good changeup.
You mentioned the struggles he's had of late against Kansas City, Cleveland, Boston, and Tampa Bay the last 4 starts. 33 2/3 innings, 36 hits allowed, and 20 runs. Very un-Chris Sale-like. Cole takes a strike.
Left-handed batters this year hit 289 versus Sale, which is highly unusual. Not a ton of at-bats against them on the left side, but some quality at-bats against them.
American League Pitcher of the Month for June. That one's up and in. 1-1, and you would think it'd be that much more difficult for lefties considering the arm angle which Sale delivers the baseball. Breaking pitch, cut on and missed. 1-2.
He is a very quick worker. You mentioned that, Victor. Doesn't really move a whole lot off that pitching rubber.
Ground ball to the right side. LaRoche has it. Feeds Sale. 2 down.
Hyundai key for this game being Chicago. Chicago feeling stronger every day. And we're talking even to Mike Socia before the game, his versatility he has now in this lineup. He feels much better going against, matching up against a left-handed pitcher, especially a very good one here in Chris Sale, and even a right-handed pitcher. So he has flexibility now in his bench.
Halos have hit 240 against left-handed pitching this year, 249 against right-handers. Trout will step up. 2 outs and nobody on. Mike at 302 with 33 home runs, 69 RBIs. He will look at his strike. Trout went 0 for 5 last night. Drew the intentional walk. The first of back-to-back intentional walks. This one's ripped to left field. It's a 2-out base hit for Trout. Melky Cabrera stumbles and Trout keeps on running. He will head to second. Trout was thinking about it. Trout almost slips on the bag.
And a pitch down in the strike zone, and he crushed that ball to left field. Mentioned that rain we had earlier today here in Chicago. It's a beautiful morning, and all of a sudden some rain came in. Cabrera trying to cut that one off, knowing the speed. And Mike Trout stumbles. Trout is able to cruise in himself to second base, picking up his 20th double of the season.
To a man in scoring position for Albert. Pujols with an 0 for 4 game yesterday, drew a couple of walks. Cuts through that first one.
You don't see that often where Pujols swinging at the first pitch.
30 home runs, 66 RBIs, a 257 batting average. Still stuck at 550 career home runs. It's been a while. Cuts through the breaking ball, 0-2. Last home run on July 29th. He has 1 in the last 17 games.
I believe at some point he'll throw that changeup going down and away. That's the part of the zone or outside the zone where Albert's been chasing off the outside corner and down.
Nice block by Flowers. Trout stays at second. And a 1-2 count. White Sox 7 games under 500 at 51 and 58.
A hard slider, you got to anticipate that as a catcher, especially ahead of the count, trying to expand the strike zone. Flowers very solid behind the plate. Good target.
Two-out double for Trout, standing at second. Albert cues a foul. Just got a piece of it.
Albert just 1 for 12. against Sale in his career. That one hit, a home run.
Now we're back. Got a high fastball. 99.
Certainly a health issue is not in question when you see Sale throwing the baseball. This location of his last 4 starts. You're rushing up there at 99. You're still feeling pretty good.
Missed a little time last year. Limited to 26 starts, but still a 2.17 ERA on the season last year. Breaking ball. Didn't go.
And that's going to happen. Some tenderness potentially in the shoulder or elbow area as hard as he throws, and the torque he puts on his arm, especially throwing across his body.
Over Wood back at 71.
I'm sure that was a lot of starts too for Wilbur Wood.
Albert strikes out, swinging 2 strikeouts in the inning for Sale. Went to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Game number 110 for the Sox, and it's Adam Eaton leading things off in center field. Tyler Saladino, the San Diego native, at third base. Jose Abreu, the DH. Melky Cabrera in left field. Abisail Garcia in right. Adam LaRoche at first base. Alexi Ramirez, the shortstop. Carlos Sanchez, the second baseman. Tyler Flowers batting ninth and doing the catching as they take on Matt Shoemaker. 21st appearance of the season, making his 20th start.
And we talked about how well he's done in his last 3 starts, but when you factor that over July and August for Matt Shoemaker, he's been very good. And the reason why, especially these last 3 starts, he's been good. His percentage of fastballs he's been throwing the last 3 to set up his split finger fastball and throwing that fastball for strikes early in the season. A lot of elevated fastballs, baseballs that were squared up well.
Last start for Shoe against Cleveland. No runs, 5 hits. 6 innings of work, had 10 strikeouts. Adam Eaton looks at his strike. Center fielder hitting 268. 9 home runs, 27 RBIs. Nice little player, has good speed. Sporting a .346 on base percentage. This one down towards shallow center. Leadoff man on board with a single. Handles defensively at Victorino in left, Trout in center, Calhoun in right. The infield with Featherston, Ibar, Giavatello, and Pujols around from third to first, and Chris Iannetta behind the plate.
Victorino getting that start out in left field. Gold Glove winner. 4-time Gold Glove winner from 08-09, 2010, 2013, but just his first game here as a starter in left field at U.S. Cellular Field. Second career game here for Victorino in that position. A little different, the carry in left field as compared to right field in this ballpark.
330 down left field line, 335 to the right field line down into the corner. Man on base. Shoemaker usually slows things down on the mound. White Sox don't run a whole lot. 41 stolen bases on the year. Eaton has 11 up. He's been caught 4 times. Alexi Ramirez, the team leader of 14.
Shoemaker's allowed 7 stolen bases in 11 attempts. Does have 2 pickoffs. 4 career pickoffs for Shoemaker.
So 3 straight throws I should say, to first base.
And a majority of the time that's coming in from the dugout, signed to Chris Iannetta.
Pitch out, nothing happened. 1 ball, no strikes. Saladino hitting .240, 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. 25 games at the major league level this year. The 26-year-old. A nice job over at third base.
Handles the bat well. It's more likely could end up being a hit and run, especially in this count.
Two and 0. Saladino, a 7th round selection in 2010 out of Oral Roberts University. Missed a good chunk of time last year. Tommy John surgery. It's the guy that made Connor Gillespie expendable here with the White Sox. Connor not in the lineup tonight. Featherston getting a start at third. 2-0. Fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. White Sox team, 249 on the year. Not a lot of home runs, 91 of them, 408 runs scored. A lot of expectations going into 2015, especially in the Central. Some of the moves they made in the offseason. Defense early on kind of letting them down.
That was the case last year also. When they haven't been scoring runs when they anticipated, make those mistakes in the field. It only shows up when you lose those close games.
Two-one pitch, cut on and miss.
2-1 slider from Shoemaker. You're seeing a lot of throws over and paying attention to Eaton over first base because you know who you're facing over in Chris Sale. Trying to make sure you don't give away a run early on, especially allow him to relax on the mound. So the emphasis is to try to keep it first, keep it double play in order.
Two now. Downstairs, full count. Abreu on deck. Abreu DHing tonight. The Green will be on the move here on a full count. Starts to go and then stops. This one rocketed into right field. So Eaton will turn and head to third. Calhoun's throw will be cut off. An attempted cutoff there by Eyeball. And the White Sox have runners at the corners to start this one off at the bottom of the first.
Did a nice job as far as a good piece of hitting going inside out. Fastball on the inner half of the plate, just went with it the other way. Easily gets into third, even with that strong throwing arm from Cole Calhoun. He's got that good speed. Pressure right away for the White Sox against the Angels of Matt Shoemaker.
So Abreu will bat. American League Rookie of the Year last season. .317 with 36 home runs and 107 runs batted in. Look at his drive. Brave this year with 21 home runs, 67 RBIs, batting average of .293.
Shoemaker, you're thinking in terms of a ground ball double play. Bray was grounded into 14 of them. Trying to avoid this big inning potentially setting up for the White Sox.
27th game of the DH spot for Brave. One ball, one strike.
I've seen going a lot of fastballs against him, 2 in a row. Last year, remember, a lot of breaking balls to Abreu. He has a propensity to chase those sliders out of the strike zone in the dirt.
Back inside. Another hitter's count here. 2 balls, 1 strike. White Sox had even 500 here at home. 26 and 26. Two one, bouncer down the line, foul.
Real close right down that third base line. Just hooked that one foul.
And again, another pitch on the inside part of the plate to Abreu. Eaton led off this bottom of the first with a base hit to shallow center. Saladino with a base hit to right. 2-2 now. Down low, full count. A lot of pitches already here in the early going. 3 batters in for Shoe. White Sox coming off a series in which they were swept by the Royals.
And Robert Ventura's club has had a tough time the last couple of seasons with Kansas City.
2-8 over the last 10. That's on the heels of a 7-game winning streak they had. Payoff all the way. Saladino takes off. This one bounced foul. Robert. White Sox 4th place in the Central, 14.5 back. The Royals with a very comfortable lead over the Minnesota Twins. Kansas City hosting Detroit tonight, and already up 3-0 in the bottom of the first.
Good idea for Shoemaker to throw over there. Keep him close. That way you have a potential strike him out, throw him out. Get a big jump against you.
Saladino takes off again, and Abreu pops it up. Giavotella has to hustle out to shallow right field. He made the catch. Didn't look comfortable doing it, but he makes the catch for the first out and a big out for Matt Shoemaker.
He went back inside with a fastball. This time even off the plate inside and jams Abreu to get a pop up to Giavotella.
The runners remain at the corners, one out, and Melky Cabrera coming up, switching left fielder, cleanup hitter. 282 average, 7 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Melky, one of those additions in the offseason by the White Sox, signing a 3-year deal. He hits one out to deep right field. Cole racing over toward the warning track, and he'll make the catch just shy of the wall. Eaton tags. He'll come in to score. And the White Sox have a 1-0 lead on the sac fly.
Ball was hit well by Cabrera. Good job by Cole to run that one down. Cabrera was 2 for 2 in his career versus Shoemaker. He was on that pitch. Cole able to track it down. This pitch kind of drifted on the inner half of the plate. Chris Iannetta wanted that one, and an all-speed pitch down and away. Nice play by Cole in right field. Anything hit after that part of the ballpark, you always worried the carry.
2 outs. Saladino still at first base. 1-0 Sox. Abisail Garcia, the right fielder, now up. Native of Venezuela. Saladino takes off. Throw is late. Saladino picks up a stolen base.
That sac fly by Cabrera, the scoreless streak at 19 ends for Matt Shoemaker. Saladino now with his 3rd stolen base. Hey, good jump, no chance for Iannetta.
Garcia hitting .264, 9 home runs, 38 RBIs, 11 doubles, has 1 triple. One. 1. Eighteen pitches for Shoemaker. Huge if we can limit this to just 1 run. Sale on the mound. Sale giving up a 2-out double to Trout, but struck out Pujols to end the threat in the first. Down and in. Last road trip for the Angels was through Houston and Dodger Stadium. Did not go well for the Halos. 0-6. That's why they find themselves now where they're at as far as the road record at 23 and 28. Check swing, bouncer to the left side. Shoemaker off the mound has it. And that'll do it for the White Sox here in the first. However, they strike for a run as we head to the second. Chicago leads at 1-0. Start the second. Ibar, Cron, and Giavotella coming up for the Halos to face Chris Sale. A couple of strikeouts himself in the first. Ibar, a 277 batting average with a couple of home runs, 35 runs batted in. There's still a nice job from the right side of the plate this year. 316 averages. He shoots one out towards center field. He's got a beat on it. One down. Fans, the Angels take on the White Sox on August 18th at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive a travel pillow courtesy of AAA Travel while supplies last. Purchase your tickets by swinging by the Angel Stadium ticket office, or you can purchase them online.
What you're seeing early on here is aggressive swings against Chris Sale first pitch. Looking and hoping for a first pitch fastball.
Crow takes outside. CJ the DH tonight. 264 average, 7 home runs and 23 runs batted in. How's this one back?
Good hack at that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Now hitters this year on a 1-1 count against Sale hit .333, 12 for 36 with 3 home runs. Well, you're going to have to make an adjustment on that changeup against him tonight. You got to think in terms of right field if you're a right-handed batter against him, or up the middle.
2 outs. A couple of defensive swings by Cron. Third strikeout for Sale.
If you're Chris Sale, why would you try anything different? Just throw that first pitch fastball to go changeup. It hasn't been a strike yet. Well off the plate. You try to pull that changeup, it's going to be a long night. You just got to think in terms of using that middle of the field against that pitch.
Sale now with 189 strikeouts on the year. He had a stretch in which he struck out 10 or more batters in 8 straight starts from May 23rd to June 30th, tying Pedro Martinez, the longest streak in Major League history. 2 balls, no strikes. That's a pretty good stretch.
Yeah. That's when the hitter's really no chance. That deception plus the velocity he has on his fastball makes his other 2 pitches very, very solid. The strikeout leader since 2012. Not sure it's at the top. Clayton Kershaw, Felix Hernandez, all above him, all Cy Young Award winners.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Season high in strikeouts 14. He's done that twice this year.
Looks like he has a little bit of an edge going for him today after those, especially his last couple starts in which he has struggled.
Back-to-back games, he's allowed 7 runs. A 1-2-3 inning for Sale. That is a shutdown inning, picking up his 4th strikeout. The Sox lead at 1-0 heading to the second. against the Sox, both night games, and it's off to Kansas City, I should say, for a 4-game series beginning on Thursday night. Then it's back home for a 7-game homestand, 4 against the White Sox and 3 against the red-hot Toronto Blue Jays. White Sox with a run in the first, lead at 1-0. We start at the bottom of the second. LaRoche, Ramirez, and Sanchez due up for the Pinstripers. Sounded like he broke his bat. Lofts went out to shallow center. Trout puts it away for the first out.
And a little more shallow center. Makes that play a routine play for Trout in that position. Shoemaker could use a quick inning here. 20 pitches, stressful 20 pitches, a number of throws over the first base to boot.
There's Ramirez, the shortstop, at 236. Looks at a strike. 7 home runs and 40 RBIs for the White Sox shortstop. Shoemaker allowed a couple of hits and a sac fly in the first. 1 ball, 1 strike. From an earned run average standpoint, Shoemaker better at home this year. 360 at home compared to 4.42 out on the road. That'll leave the count. But he's 1-6 at home, 4-1 on the road. Go figure.
Especially where the club has played at home as compared to on the road.
The Angels 13 games over 500 at home. Ground ball over to short. Barr's got to hurry. 2 down.
We mentioned how well Shu has thrown his last 3 starts. We mentioned it earlier. We need to go back to the beginning of July into August. Coming into this game today for Shoemaker, 31 1/3 innings pitches, 5 earned runs, 33 strikeouts. Most importantly, keeping the ball in the ballpark because he's been using his fastball well and keeping it down and pitching inside effectively.
And in this ballpark, you've got to pitch down in the zone.
You know, this infield grass, it will eat up a ground ball. No question, if you can keep that ball down.
Carlos Sanchez, the shortstop, the second baseman up now.
See that big difference in home runs allowed in his first 8 starts compared to what he's done since that point. Reason why he's pitched much, much better. And ERA has gone down.
Sanchez 234 on the season. Switch hitter, looks at a breaking ball that just misses. Sanchez just 23 years of age, native of Venezuela. Got a taste of big league life last year, playing in 28 games. 293 at AAA last year. Fouls it off. Goes around the Sox, really like Sanchez and Saladino. It's the type of players that they are, what they bring to the table.
Catch the baseball well, can run a little bit.
That's a called strike 3, and Shoemaker, upon your request, Gooby, a quick second inning. Perfect. We head to the third, 1-0 Sox.
trucks. Chris Sale early on has really worked that changeup to perfection. Victorino changeup away, swing and miss. C.J. Cron changeup, swing and miss away. And then the same to Johnny Giavatello. What you have to do now as a hitter is see that pitch, adjust to it, use the middle of the field or go the other way. A lot of those swings, you see the shoulder flying open in the head, pulling off the baseball. Up the middle approach against Chris Sale.
Really hasn't pitched inside yet to a right-handed batter. You see the numbers for Sale against the Angels as Iannetta chases that off-speed pitch. 8-9-1 for the Angels. Iannetta, Featherston, and Victorino. One ball, one strike. Chris hitting 190. 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. This one foul.
And your point is, Victor, because that fastball's been away, changeup away. His only pitch he's been really throwing inside has been a breaking ball down in it. So you look away at this point. Either said to know when a guy's throwing 97 to 100, but most of his pitches have been away.
He jams him here. One down. One of the few times he has pitched inside. So Iannetta's the first out. That'll bring up Featherston. Sale has hit good numbers against the Angels. This being his 7th game, 5th start of his career. 3-0 on a 1.45 ERA. 31 innings, 16 hits, 34 strikeouts. He's already picked up 4 strikeouts tonight. Featherston went 1 for 2 last night after taking over defensively late in the game. Three doubles, a home run, and 5 RBIs for the Angels' Rule 5 pick. White Sox hitting the run of the first on a sac fly by Melky Cabrera. This one's skied on the right side, shallow right field. Second baseman Sanchez is there. Gives way to Garcia. Puts it away for out number 2. So 6 in a row, retired. Since the Trout double with 2 outs in the first. Back to the top of the order now, Shane Victorino. Shane, a strikeout victim in the first.
Start him off with the first pitch changeup. Anticipate Victorino looking for a fastball.
That's out toward right center field. Long run for Garcia, and nobody's going to get there. It'll roll to the wall. Shane on his way to second. He's going to try to go to third. And Eaton overthrows the first cutoff man. Ramirez can't handle it, and Victorino ends up at third base with his first triple of the season.
And that's a good approach. We talked about using that middle of the field, going the other way on a pitch out over the plate. Victorino did a nice job of keeping those hands back and using the barrel of the bat to go to right center field. And you have to take chances when you're facing a guy like Chris Sale. Very important to get to third base with this triple first of the year from Victorino, because Sale has thrown 4 wild pitches, especially with his slider in the dirt.
Tying run now 90 feet away. Sale doesn't care because he's going to work from the windup with Cole Calhoun up. Cole grounded out to LaRoche at first base. Almost wears that one in the ribs.
And that's one of those ones you not necessarily want to take one for the team on.
Yeah. Nobody's blaming you today if Sale almost hit you and you get out of the way of it. You're supposed to wear it. Because you will wear it.
Yes.
For a while.
Good success in those first 2 pitches for Cole. Here's a good count.
Broken bat bounce over to third. Saladino has it. Halos will lead that timing run in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Sox still on top. West Data Strong fan, you just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast, and it's brought to you by T-Mobile. A lot of Angel fans in attendance here in Chicago. As a matter of fact, right as the gates open, they flooded the first base dugout area, even though there was no batting practice taken on the field today. Guys signing a lot of autographs as they came out the stretch right before the game. Good to see that sea of red. Halos a half game back in the West. Both Texas and the Astros idle tonight. Really a short schedule in Major League Baseball. One of the smallest schedules I think I've seen in a long time. 7 games. 3 currently being played. The rest down on the West Coast. Tyler Flowers fouls off the first one. White Sox catcher hitting .217, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. One ball, one strike. Nice bounce back inning for Shoemaker in the second. Settled down in the 1-2-3 second, including his first strikeout.
And his 9 pitches thrown in that inning. That's a good split finger fastball there from Shoemaker.
Two, and it just misses. Full count. Flowers last year finally becoming an everyday guy. 127 games at .241 for the Sox. Originally in the Braves system. The Javier Vasquez trade back in 08. Whoa, Javi Vasquez. That's pretty good stuff.
Yes, he did. A lot of innings, too, he could pitch.
Payoff on the way now. Flowers fouls it back.
Now that's the kind of pitch that Flowers hits well, that elevated fastball out over the plate where he can get his arms extended.
Career high 15 home runs last year. Drove in 50. This one's out to center. Trout has to race back. It's 400 to straightaway center. Trout will watch this one go over the wall. A home run for Tyler Flowers makes it 2-0.
Back getting his arms extended. He was able to do so. Get that ball out to dead center field for Flowers' 8th home run. 17th extra base hit. 9 doubles. 8 home runs for Flowers. All speed, looked like a split finger fastball. And there's great carry in this ballpark.
18th home run allowed by Shoemaker now. And here's Adam Eaton, the leadoff man. Singled in the first. One ball, 2 strikes. Shoemaker not quite attacking the zone as we have seen him of late.
That's the first home run he has allowed since July 12th. Which relieved Seth Smith at a home run against him.
He strikes out. That's the first out here in the 3rd inning. Second punch out for Shoemaker.
Much better keeping that front shoulder in over on top. This split finger fastball that tumbled down and out of the strike zone. That's what he's trying to do against Flowers, but it caught the lower part of the strike zone, and Flowers able to get his arms extended.
Tyler Saladino, the third baseman, 1 for 1 with a single to right.
See the frustration on that slider he pulled off on out of the strike zone. We've seen over the last couple of seasons, Shoemaker seems to be locked up against the very best pitchers in baseball. He's got a very good one he's going against here tonight, Chris Sale.
One ball, one strike. Manny Gonzalez calling the balls and strikes tonight. Marcus Patillo at first field and Colbert, the crew chief, at second, and Jim Reynolds over at third. 2-1 count.
An overthrown four-seam fastball from Shoemaker out of the strike zone again. Another hitter's count for a White Sox hitter.
Abreu on deck. Flowers homering to lead off this third inning to make it 2-0. Saladino pops it up. Eric Ibar will call off Johnny Giavitello. 2 outs. That's automatic nowadays. Hey folks, on August the 20th, join us for Singles Night presented by Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Orange County. For just $31, receive admission into the pregame mixer, drink specials, Angel Bucks, and a chance to meet your match. For more info and to buy those tickets, just go to angels.com/singles. Be sure to wear a bow like that too. Baseball.
That would be perfect
for Singles Night. And a mustache.
Yes.
Like that. They'll certainly get locked up at that point.
Automatic.
Abreu, the DH, popped out. Shallow right field in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Not waiting around. He pulled the trigger on that one. You saw that stat there, 36 bombs. The rookie record for the Sox. Ron Kittle had a fantastic rookie season back in '82.
That was a strong man.
Still is.
Yeah, he's never fun to shake hands with. They say, hey, how you doing? From about 20 feet away. Hey, it's great to see you. Hey, want to shake my hand? Now I'm good.
83 was his rookie season, partner. 100 RBIs that year for him. This one fouled off, 1-2.
Some of those pitchers that Shoemaker's been locked up against in the last couple of seasons. Cliff Lee, David Price, James Shields, Chris Sale, Yu Darvish, Justin Verlander.
Abreu fouls that one at the plate. Did you know Kittle was a non-drafted free agent?
I didn't know. I thought he was a fairly high draft pick.
Signed by the Dodgers as an amateur free agent in '77, released by the Dodgers, and then signed with the White Sox. Foul back. Big guy, 6'4".
You see him here when we come into town.
Yeah, he's making those bat chairs now, right?
Yes.
Those seats, sofas. I guess it's not really a sofa, is it? Abreu goes down swinging. What classifies as a sofa? Does it have to have a cushion? Because you're sitting on bats.
Yeah.
2-0 Sox as we head to the fourth.
After yesterday, he played in his 600th career game, matched up against Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. Very favorable comparisons. Trout right up there with the immortals in baseball. Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, outstanding numbers for Trout.
Trout, Pujols, and Ibar for the Halos here in the fourth inning, down 2-0. Mike doubled in the first. Oohs and ahs here at US Cellular Field. Fastball up and in. Double for Trout, his 20th of the year.
Looks like he's trying to go upstairs with his fastball. Trout, last couple of bats against Chris Hill, that changeup he hit on a 3-2 pitch at home, a grand slam last year. The first at bat, something low, double.
Goes with a breaking pitch there to even the count. Yeah, that changeup too was barely off the ground.
And Chris Sale's reaction was priceless. He thought he made a perfect pitch.
In essence, it was
to everyone else.
For Trout. Yeah, exactly. Back inside, 2-2. He fouls it off. That's what we were talking about at the Big A.
No, that is a perfect pitch. He's thinking, all right, I threw the pitch. I got him to swing at it on the 3-2 pitch, and he hits it out. That's when you know the reaction when you see a pitcher do that. Because you think you executed exactly what you wanted to do. But Trout with a perfect swing on a low changeup. So he's generating all that bat speed and power himself on an all-speed pitch. That was a great comeback win for the Halos. Tied it up there at 5 with that grand slam.
Full count.
And believe me, pitchers remember that. Even though Trout's numbers coming into this game is 2 for 11 against him, he remembers that last swing he had against him.
3-2 foul back. There's the changeup. Another payoff. Another foul.
Pretty good job of this foul now and off after a change up the pitch before that one at 98.
Gotta be thrilled for those Angel fans. Didn't have to fight anybody for that foul ball. And it's a Trout ball.
That's a great swing at the 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He was on that. You wonder if he goes back to his changeup now. Real good at bat. 12 pitches so far. Some tough pitches he's fouled off.
Trout works the walk. First free pass issued by Sale. Not an easy pitch to lay off of either.
That was real close to a swing also. You have to be pretty strong not to cross the plate. See if he did. He was able to hold on. Kept the bat back. The hands are going forward though.
Spoken like a former pitcher.
We've talked about that before. As soon as you even think about swinging, for me, that's a
string him up.
Yep.
National League style.
Yes. Get the game rolling.
He going. Here's Albert. Strikeout victim into first. One of 4 punch outs for Sale. He's allowed 2 hits and now the walk. 8 hits in August, just all singles so far for Albert. Albert here of late has really started to cheat on the inside part of the plate. That left hip, I should say, flying open. Whereas earlier this year, even there was a player of the month in June. Everything was a line drive, even his outs.
He's in a real good count against Sale hitters this year on 2-0 count, hitting .714 against them. But he's got to think in terms of the middle of the field first and foremost. If he gets a mistake on the inner half, he's still strong enough and quick enough to turn and hit that one out to left. We've seen this baseball carry extremely well to right center field.
Trout over at first, the 2-0 to Albert. Swings through that one at 97.
Fastball in the outside corner, still pulled off on that one, just enough not to make contact.
Good lead for Trout over at first.
See this fastball going away. That front hip opening up and pulling off the front shoulder, the same thing. Very difficult to make consistent contact on something away when the shoulder's pulling off and the hip.
That's out toward left center field, chasing Adam Eaton back, still racing back to the wall. He'll make the catch. Didn't quite square it up. Gave it a ride, but it stays in the yard. And there's the first out of the fourth.
Way off the bat, especially in this ballpark, I think it has a chance. He did a nice job of getting back there under control. Looked like an all-speed pitch changeup, but that got more of the middle of the plate for Albert. He back to the wall, runs it down. Right center field, ball's gone. A little different carry to left center field as compared to right center field here.
It's like Dwayne Wise territory out there in saving Burley's perfect game.
That was amazing, that play.
Trout back on the pickoff throw. So Pujols 0 for 2 tonight. Here's Ibar, saw one pitch leading off the second and hit one out to center field. America's 0 for 1.
Because he pitches that changeup away so well, and his fastball mixes it in and mostly away. According to StatCast, this is up till towards the end of May. Exit velocity off his bat was the lowest in the majors. A little over 83 miles per hour off the bat against Chris Sale. That's how impressive he has been. Difficult to square up the baseball, and that's why that ball stayed in the ballpark. Albert didn't quite square that one up, and that ball stayed in the ballpark because of that.
Oh, 2 on the way. A chopper off the plate towards short. Ramirez lays back on it, barehanded, fires to first, and got him.
That's an amazing play because you know you don't have a lot of time with Ibar running down the line. And Ramirez knows you have seen him make that play a lot of confidence. He used a bare hand and all in one motion, make the firm throw to first base. Waited back, bare hand, and then the follow through. Be able to get Ibar by a step at first. A lot of times guys will try to field out with the glove and the quick transfer, but Ibar running down the line, I don't think you have a chance to get him at that point.
So 2 outs, a man in scoring position. That's Mike Trout, and here's C.J. Cron. Went down swinging on an off-speed pitch in his second inning at bat.
Starts him off with a slider. What if he goes back to change up against him?
Trout led off this inning with a 13-pitch walk. Standing at second now with 2 outs. See where Flowers is set up. Way off the plate.
Came back with the changeup.
Another one.
Looks like he has two options: either try to go upstairs with a fastball or do the same thing, throw another changeup away.
Late on the fastball.
Tried to go upstairs. Just fouled that one off. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. If anything, the Angels have worked the pitch count very well on him this inning. No damage yet, but a lot of pitches thrown. 24 of them so far in this inning.
3 of the 4 innings they've had a man in scoring position. That one off the plate. Evens the count at 2-2.
Reason why that's important, he's averaging right around 7 innings per start. Relatively quick second and third inning, but a lot of pitches so far here in the fourth.
Two-2 to Crone. Got him again with the off-speed pitch. And the Angels leave another man in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 Sox.
Dodge Charger with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. This car was made for driving in California. Visit Dodge.com. By AT&T Uverse, more live channels on the go than cable. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit HEFINS.com. And by Subaru. Test drive the all-new 2015 Subaru Forester or go to Subaru.com to learn more.
Halos down 2-0 as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Matt Shoemaker back to work. 51 pitches, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Gave up a solo run in the first inning and a home run to Tyler Flowers, a solo shot in the third. Seeing Melky Cabrera to lead things off here. Garcia to follow. And then LaRoche. Melky with a sac fly in that first inning, picked up his 56th RBI. Bounces this one to first. Albert will take the short hop. 1 down.
Slow curveball from Shoemaker. To get Cabrera out in front. Hit that ball very, very well. His first at bat against Cole Calhoun, tracked it down.
Garcia. Check swing bouncer back to Shoemaker to end the first inning. So he's 0 for 1.
Using his curveball and slider very well at times tonight.
And that is hit high and deep to left center. No doubt about it. Second home run allowed by Shoemaker. 3-0 Sox.
It might have been another one of those split finger fastballs that got a lot of the plate, right over the middle part of the plate. And a strong man in Garcia's 10th home run. Or backup slider, actually. We've said that a number of times. The hanging slider goes a long, long way. And that's exactly what happened there. A good swing on that breaking ball from Garcia.
LaRoche takes outside the first baseman. Fly ball to center field, leading off the second. He's 0 for 1. It's tough to be a one-trick pony at times at the major league level when you can't get your off-speed stuff clicking and exactly where you want it to be.
Hasn't been able to spot his fastball where he has been for such a long period of time for Shu also.
This one hits sharply to first. Pujols will take it. That's kind of what I was talking about there. You're in a 2-0 count. You don't feel comfortable throwing your off-speed stuff. You go fastball. You've got a guy sitting dead red.
He hit that ball extremely hard also, but Pujols was able to snag that hard ground ball.
Those are the frustrating starts, aren't they? You're just trying to survive, because you know you, for whatever reason, whether you didn't have it in the bullpen or you just can't carry it over to the game mound, to kind of just, and I got to somehow figure a way to keep my team in it, especially when you're facing a guy like Sale.
Exactly right. When it comes to facing Sale, you don't want to make mistakes, and sometimes that forces you to try to be too fine, try to make the perfect pitch every pitch. When in reality, you can throw that fastball away, hit the corner, keep it down. Just think in terms of maybe I don't have my best stuff, but if I keep the fastball down or breaking balls down at the knees, chances are they're not going to square it up and hit it in the air. They're going to hit it on the ground.
No balls, 2 strikes. You see Ramirez's anger there spinning out of the box.
Yeah, I mean that's where you. For the time being, Shoemaker has to live. And then he starts going a little bit further off the outside corner with his fastball. Take a shot at that.
Ground ball towards short. Ibar can't get there. Pitch that was up in the zone. Ramirez picks up a single with 2 outs here in the fourth.
If it's down, I don't think he's making that good a contact. But if it was upstairs, he's able to get that by Eric Ibar. Trying to muscle up on that one. You want that fastball down just off the outside corner. Instead, it's elevated. Hitters can make adjustments on something at that part of the plate, especially upstairs when they're in protect mode.
There's Carlos Sanchez. Struck out looking in the second.
Believe Ramirez is going to think in terms of trying to steal a base early in the count here, first or second pitch.
This one lifted out toward right center. Calhoun and Trout. It'll be Trout calling for it. Inning over, but the Sox tack one on the Garcia home run. We head to the 5th. It's a 3-0 White Sox lead. Taking on the American League Central leading Royals, followed by the Nationals taking on the Giants. Coverage begins Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Game 1 of a 7-game road trip for the Angels, 3 here and 4 in Kansas City. And so far it's been all Chris Sale. The Angels have had a couple of opportunities against Sale. The first 2 came with 2 outs, a double by Trout in the first and a triple by Victorino the third. But they had the leadoff walk to Trout in the 4th inning, and no one can do anything with him as Trout was stranded in scoring position. Bottom third of the order, Giavotella, Iannetta, and Featherston. 5 punch-outs for Sale, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed. Johnny struck out in the second.
See if Johnny makes an adjustment. He got him. Sale did his swing and miss on a changeup away, trying to pull that pitch. Starting him off with another changeup.
Cued off the end of the bat towards shallow center, and that is perfectly placed. A knockdown wedge. Leadoff man on for the 2nd consecutive inning.
That'll bring a smile to your face. You can't place a pop-up any better than that outfield to fall in than what Giavotella just did on that one.
Don't you have to chalk the end of the bat before you do that?
That fastball on the inside part of the plate and flared perfectly. So yeah, I squared that one up very well.
It's a missile in the box.
Yes, it is.
Iannetta grounded out. His 3rd inning at bat. He pulls this one toward the hole. Ramirez has it. He's a 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs. Jumping on that first pitch. Chris now 3 for his last 35. Base is clear now for Featherston. Sorry, 3 for his last 34. So that's it for Iannetta. Featherston a fly ball to right in his first plate appearance. 69 pitches for Sale, 13 of which of those the Trout leading off the 4th resulted in a walk.
Well, such a tough arm angle to read, even for a right-handed batter against Sale. Drops his elbow, slings it up there.
Out toward right. Garcia moving to his left is there. A 1-2-3 inning. Essentially facing 3 batters for Sale. Head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0 Sox. form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Matt Shoemaker back to work. 3-0 Sox. He'll be facing 9-1-2. Flowers, Eaton, and Saladino. Flowers homer off Shoemaker in the third inning. His 8th of the season. A couple of solo home runs allowed by Shoemaker. This one pulled over to third. Featherston has it. One down.
There have been some baseballs hit pretty hard. And Matt Shoemaker had a tough time really getting exactly where he wants to locate his pitches. Play by Featherston. Or in this stretch that Shoemaker has been so good, there hasn't been really many squared up baseballs against him. It's been location for Shoemaker tonight.
Eaton a 1-for-2 game with a single and a run scored. Check swing. One around. 1-1.
That's one of the best split finger fastballs he has thrown in the game. Good tumbling action for Shoe.
A couple of other games that are currently being played now. Mets hosting the Rockies. They lead at 4-2. Kansas City still up 3-0 on the Tigers. Scoring their 3 runs in the first. Philly and Arizona, Baltimore, Seattle, Cincy and San Diego, and the Nationals at the Dodgers later on tonight. There's a called strike 3. 2 outs. That's all the action in Major League Baseball tonight. He doesn't like the call, but he's got to go.
Upper part of the strike zone, 2-seam fastball running back according to our Fox tracks. Just gets the upper part of the strike zone.
4 strikeouts now for Shoemaker. No walks. Matt's given up 5 hits.
Johnny Cueto getting that start for Kansas City. Means we'll get him on Saturday in Kansas City.
Fox game. Shoemaker against Cueto.
Another ace that he
That's
faces.
it out towards center field. Trout had a good jump on it. He'll track it down. Shoemaker with a quick 5th inning. We head to the 6th. Top of the order coming up for the Halos. Still down 3-0.
Sox so far in this game. Flowers, split finger fastball down to dead center field. Solo shot. Garcia got a hanging slider, hits one out to left center field. Home run for the White Sox, 2 in the game, and Chris Sale has been dealing. Very good assortment of his changeup, slider, and then 97, 98 on the fastball, but his changeup down and away has been very effective against the right-handed batters of the Angels tonight.
'71 pitches for Sale, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. He'll face Victorino, Calhoun, and Trout. Victorino with a triple in the third. Sure to get out to the alley at right center. First of the season. 69 career triples now. 1 for 2 game for him.
The backdoor slider hits the lower part of the strike zone.
Cue shot toward the first baseman, LaRoche. There's out number 1. Bring up Cole Calhoun. Hey folks, the Angels will host the Toronto Blue Jays on August 21st, and that's a 7:05 start. Fans in attendance will receive a snapback hat courtesy of St. Joseph Hope Health while supplies last. Get your tickets at the ballpark or do it online. Cole 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Sale has only allowed a home run to 2 left-handed batters in his career. Former Angel Brendan Bosch has done it twice. Travis Hafner got him as well.
See why it'd be difficult, especially if you can get that slider on the outer part of the plate, especially if you can at least show a fastball in against the lefty. Very difficult to dig in against the man.
Of course, affectionately called Pronk.
That was a big fellow also.
Yeah. Never got the whole Pronk thing. Part project, part donkey. That was the nickname. Broken that bouncer back to the mound. It's twice now that Sale has gotten into Calhoun's kitchen. 2 outs.
With my Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful, and it's been a battle against Chris Sale and the White Sox, feeling stronger every day. 2 really good at bats for Trout against them, a double and a walk, a long at bat to work the walk.
"13 pitches. He's been on board twice with a double and that walk. Ground ball to short. Ramirez has it, gets rid of it quickly. And a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Sale. We head to the bottom of the 6th. White Sox still up strongest fan photo to hashtag West Data Strong Fan for a chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast, and it's brought to you by T-Mobile. Matt Shoemaker back to work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 Sox. It'll be Abreu, Cabrera, and Garcia. 3, 4, and 5 for Chicago.
Boy, there's a ton of Angel fans here. There's a lot of fans waiting, Angel fans waiting for the bus to arrive late last night when we came into town.
Abreu pop up and a strikeout. 2 balls, no strikes. The 74th pitch of the night. Careful with Abreu up.
Be hacking here 3-0.
Takes a strike, 3-1. Signed prior to last year to a 6-year deal. International free agent. Native of Cuba. Makes his home down in Miami. What a rookie season he had last year. Lines this one to left.
How quick he brought his hands in and hit that line drive to left field. You can afford to do that when you're ahead of the count 3-1 though. Came inside with that 3-1 fastball, brought his hands in and got the barrel of the bat out in front and drives it into left field.
Sixth hit that Chicago's picked up against Shoemaker. Brings up Melky, who's 0 for 1 with a sac flying the ground out. Pujols playing behind Abreu at first. Chris is going to go on it. Check on Shoemaker here. Command's been off this inning. Had a 1-2-3 fifth. Second time tonight he's retired the sign in order.
Butcher on the phone down to the bullpen.
Not a terribly warm night. A little muggy, but nothing outlandish, especially for August in Chicago. Could be worse. Out there, I say it's rather mild.
Yes, it's perfect.
Yeah. Scrambling going on in the Angels' pen beyond the right field fence. Abreu rips on the right, headed toward the corner. Abreu on his way to third. Calhoun plays the carom, and Joe McEwen, the third base coach for the Sox, slams on the brakes on Abreu. And so the White Sox with runners at second and third to start the 6th inning. She was just not fooling anybody.
We might see Mike Butcher go out to have a visit just to give the bullpen an opportunity to get ready.
Cesar Ramos, first man up.
Considering how well Shoemaker has thrown of late. Tough one for him tonight. He's missed out over the plate a number of times, especially down over the plate a couple of pitches. Even though coming into this inning, 71 pitches thrown, 50 of them strikes. It felt like he was behind the count more often than that. 3 full counts. Just a couple 2-0 counts. Just hasn't been able to finish off hitters or when get ahead, expand the strike zone.
Infield halfway with Garcia at the plate. bouncer back to the mound and a home run. Garcia hitting his 10th in his last at bat, 39th RBI. Seemed like a missed location there on that first pitch.
Yeah, ideally in those spots you want to jam a hitter. You want to throw a fastball at the hands. You know he's going to be hacking. There's a chance to jam him, pop him up in the infield.
One ball, one strike. Single by Abreu, the double by Melky Cabrera. Runners at second and third. Solo runs for the Sox in the first, third, and fourth innings. Looking for more here in the sixth. 2-1.
Pretty close pitch.
It's tough though, right? I mean, I've always been a believer. If it's a strike, it's a strike, regardless of how erratic a pitcher's been around the strike zone, but he has been kind of all over the place.
Yeah, that doesn't get you those borderline pitches called by an umpire.
Two, one, and that is hit high and deep to right center. That is long gone. Garcia's second of the game. And all of a sudden, it's 6-0 White Sox.
For a team that doesn't hit a lot of home runs, they've hit 3 in this game, including 2 by Garcia. One to left center and one to right center. That fastball right out over the plate, and a good short compact swing from Garcia, and that carry well out to right center field. Now 11 home runs on the season.
3 home runs in his previous 11 starts. 3 home runs allowed tonight. He'll stay in now to face LaRoche, first baseman, who's 0 for 2. I guess this more a move to just kind of imagine just to soak up the inning. 6-0 against Chris Sale. This one's pulled down the line. Fair ball. Pujols has it. One down.
There were 6 innings out of the bullpen yesterday. Yeah. A lot of work out of the bullpen.
And no off day for a while for this team.
Joe Smith probably available tonight, although with the score right now, Socha would love to probably give him another day.
So the Angels' road struggles continue. 6-0. Game 1 of this 3-game set. There's Alexi Ramirez, a shortstop, who's 1 for 2. Garcia with his 3rd career multi-homer game. One to left center, one to right center. Three balls, one strike. Reaching for that 3-1 pitch. Ibar's got it. 2 outs. We'll bring up Sanchez now, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 5, Carlos Sanchez.
Second baseman struck out looking into second and hit a fly ball to center the fourth. No runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Angels have left 3 men on base. White Sox with 6 runs on 8 hits, 3 of which have been home runs. They've stranded 2 so far. The first one hit Sanchez. That'll put a man on with 2 outs. Flowers coming up.
Runs his fastball inside and gets 5. Sanchez, he didn't want to miss it. That 2-seam fastball pulled off on that 2-seamer and ends up hitting him. 4th batter Shoemaker has hit this season.
Flowers homered in the 3rd inning, grounded out to Featherston in the 5th. Pitches for Shoemaker. We're almost ready to go, but we said this is probably just an inning. Give the bullpen some rest here. Now down 6-0. Headed to the 7th. And with Chris Sale just absolutely dealing. 1-1. Angels will have Pujols, Ibar, and Crone coming up in the 7th. Flare to right, that'll fall in for a hit. Sanchez will turn, head to 3rd. He'll be there safely. No throw from Cole.
Now my social made about the bullpen.
Yeah, sure. He's thinking about it. We're almost ready to go. And here comes Soto. So we're going to get ourselves a pitching change. Shoemaker, a tough outing tonight. Facing 7 batters here in the 6th inning, unable to get through the 6th. It's 6-0 Chicago. Insurance, on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save.
And by Hyundai, the summer clearance is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Beautiful shot of downtown Chicago. It has not been a beautiful game for the Angels. 6-0 Sox here at the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs and a man on. So in and out, who's in, who's out. Shoemaker done after 5 2/3. Cesar Ramos takes over on the mound. Ramos pitching in his 44th game, 2-0 record, a 1.56 ERA. Facing the top of the order in Adam Eaton.
Ramos has stranded 35 of the 41 and hurt runners. Seen on the bases coming in out of the bullpen for Mike Scioscia. Tough game for Shoemaker. He's been throwing the ball so well. Home run ball came back to get him again tonight. He's been avoiding that for quite a while.
Ramos falls behind here, 2 balls, no strikes. Eaton 1 for 3 with a single and a couple of strikeouts. He's also scored a run. Caesar gave up a home run on Saturday, snapping a career best 18-game scoreless streak. First one he's given up since June the 6th. Three and 1. 3-0 lead coming into the 6th inning. Cabrera with a base hit, Cabrera with a double, and Garcia with a 3-run blast. This charge trying to keep it right there. Down 6-0. Eaton flares one to left. That'll bring it around, make it 7-0. Eaton picks up his 2nd hit, his 28th RBI of the season. Sanchez was hit by a pitch. Comes around to score. That run gets charged to Shoemaker.
Fastball away, just went with the pitch. 2-hit game for Eaton. In front of Victorino in left field.
Bowser over to third. Featherston will go the short way. Boy, quick throw too, because Eaton hustling to second, but they force him out. 4 runs in for the Sox. We hit to the 7th. It's 7-0 Chicago. The Angels the rest of the season with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. at bat up to the moment and any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet today. Chris Sale back to work. He'll face Pujols, Ibar, and Crone here in the 7th inning. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 3 hits allowed.
He's had excellent velocity on his fastball. His changeup's been good. He's been able to throw his slider both on the outside part of the plate and down and in against right-handed batters. Pujols is 1 for 14 in his career versus Sale.
Albert a strikeout, a deep fly ball to left center today. He's 0 for 2. Pulls this one down the line. It's a base hit. Headed to the corner. Albert will turn and head to second. Leadoff double.
It's his 15th double season. Pitched down and got it. Drove right down the left field line. A couple pretty good bats in a row for Pujols against Sale. Baseball is tumbling right in that corner.
And it's out to left field. It'll hang out for Cabrera. He'll make the catch. Albert back to second. 1 out. One ball, 1 strike on Crow.
Sort of 2 straight fastballs. More likely than I can see some changeups.
Crone with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leadoff double for Albert. 15th of the year. 86 pitches now for Sale. Two balls, 2 strikes. Crone unable to hold up.
Back-to-back change-ups.
Good hack that fastball.
So in this sequence so far, he's thrown 2 fastballs at 93, 2-seam fastballs away, followed by 2 changeups, 4-seam fastball upstairs. More likely means he's going to set him up for a changeup away.
Full count. Crone draws the walk. Second free pass issued by Sale. And the first time tonight the Angels have had 2 base runners on board in any one inning.
90 pitches thrown for Sale, 60 of them strike 2-to-1 ratio as far as strikes to balls out of the zone.
Giamatello 1 for 2 tonight. Strike down and a single.
Well, that pitch looked like it was about a baseball or two off the outside corner. Giamatello didn't like the call.
That is pulled down the left field line, headed to the corner. Pujols will score easily. Cron on his way to third. DiSarcina will wave him home. 2 runs in on the double by Giamatello, and it's a 7-2 White Sox lead.
A 2-hit game for Giamatello. 19th double, now 40 RBI on the season. Just hooked that breaking ball right down left field corner. Because that baseball that's hung around in that corner has allowed C.J. Cron to come all the way around and score the second run right underneath that padding by the wall. But once there's an outfielder reaches for that baseball, it's still live baseball.
Quick visit to the mound. There's nobody loosening for the White Sox. Taylor's getting on the board here. It's been a tough go, as we said, for the Angels on the road of late. Last road trip plus tonight. The Angels have been outscored 39 to now 17 and out homered 14-4. That includes tonight's ballgame.
That's the thing, the Angels have been a club that's relied so often to score the runs with the home run. It's been the other way.
Fly ball out to left field, playable for Cabrera. And again, Chris Iannetta jumping on that first pitch. Is the second out here, the 7th. 4 for 3 tonight. The ring of Featherston. Amazing bad run the Angels have been on the road, considering that last road trip prior to the All-Star break was so good for them.
Well, they crushed the ball in Texas, Colorado, had a good series up in Seattle.
Taylor 0 for 2 with twice the fly ball to shallow right field. Garcia playing very shallow at right. Tipped into the mid, 0-2. Changeup. Count remains. No balls, 2 strikes.
Shoemaker's still in the dugout, reflecting on his outing, especially how well he has thrown of late, especially keeping the baseball in the ballpark with 3 home runs tonight against him.
Featherston takes a called strike 3, and the 7th is in the books. The Angels get on the board on the Giamatello double. 7-2 Sox. Back out on the mound. White Sox sending up 3, 4, and 5. The same guys that started off the inning against Matt Shoemaker in the 6th. Eventually chased him. Shoemaker giving him 7 runs in 5 2/3. 9 hits, 3 home runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit batter. Brave started off the rally with a base hit to left in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3 tonight. This one out towards shallow right. Calhoun coming on and a short hop to right fielder. And a leadoff single. Make that 11 hits now for the White Sox tonight. Malky spinning around, hit from the right side for the first time. Looks at a strike.
The White Sox have swung the bat today, you'd be surprised at the way they've struggled offensively. They scored 52 fewer runs than the Angels coming into this game. Put together some pretty good swings.
They look very comfortable in that batter's box from the get-go. That's pulled it out. Another hit allowed by Ramos. The third one he's given up. 2 on, nobody out for Garcia, who's already homered twice tonight.
Now it's time for the top tier plays of the game, brought to you by Arco. Garcia in the 4th inning. Slider hanging out over the plate. He crushed that ball to left center field. At that point, his 10th home run. Then in the 6th, a fastball away, went the other way, the right center field for a 3-run home run. 2nd home run again, 11th of the season for Garcia and the White Sox.
Now with 11 home runs on the year. This one out to left center. Trout, a long run. He will track it down for the first out. Abreu will stay at second base. See it getting that one off the end of the bat.
Off the end of the bat, it's still traveled pretty far. That's how strong he is. Some serious distance both the left center and right center in this game.
LaRoche 0 for 3. Justine Sanchez hitless tonight as far as the starting lineup for the White Sox. Sanchez may be hitless, but he's been hit. He's got that going for him. Slightly ahead of LaRoche. Get to reach base. 2 balls, no strikes. Ramirez on deck. 2 on and 1 out. Cued off the end of the bat.
It almost sounded like he broke his bat.
Yeah,
Looked at it.
Same thing. Full count now.
Looks like he is going to get a new bat.
Two on the way. LaRose skies one on the left side. It's Featherston coming down the line. Ball almost dropped behind him.
Almost worked his way back to fair territory.
Two outs, 2 on, and Ramirez, the shortstop, up. The Angels at the top of their order coming up in the 8th inning. Alexi 1 for 3 with a base hit in the 4th. Abreu, the base runner at second base, and Cabrera at first. 7-2 Sox here in the 7th. Game of the 3-game set. Two 1 count.
Since 2011, the Angels are 20-9 against the White Sox. The White Sox tonight with Chris Sale on the mound and the power of 3 home runs. Look, a different team.
Caesar as well paced as they come. 2 balls and a strike. Caught the inside corner. 2-2. A couple of lefties going tomorrow. Carlos Rodon against Hector Santiago. Lefties on Wednesday night too. John Danks, Andrew Heaney.
Santiago knows his field very, very well, former White Sox.
Full count. Base runners get a head start here. There's Hector. The antithesis of Cesar Ramos on the mound. He is, I think, he's probably 3 or 4 to 1 ratio as far as pitches thrown.
Yeah, he's high energy guy, that's for sure.
There's no doubt.
His first career start against his former team.
Runners to take off here with 2 outs. So we'll reset and do it again. Full count of 2 outs. Abreu from second and Cabrera from first. Out towards shallow left center field, and now they'll fall in for a hit. Abreu will come in to score. Going to third is Cabrera, and he is called out. The run counts. It's an RBI single for Alexi Ramirez. And we will head to the 8th inning. The Angels leading at 8-2. Sale still pitching in this one. Victorino, Calhoun, and Tron for the Angels here in the 8th. Sale has allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Jimmy Victorino 1 for 3 tonight, tripled back in the 3rd inning. And those 2 runs played in the 7th from the 2 RBI double by Johnny Giavotella, his 2nd hit of the night.
Pitches thrown for Sale, 68 of them strikes. For someone who's given up 14 earned runs in his last 10 1/3, he's definitely not that pitcher tonight. Hitting his spots very well.
Victorino goes down swinging for the first out. Let's go down to Kent French.
Victor, thank you very much. Just want to remind you guys, as I always do, tune in to Angels Live postgame presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers with Jose Mota and myself. But also wanted to tell you about Mike Trout. I received another cool compliment here today from another Mike, who's a pretty big deal, especially here in Chicago. Michael Jordan, at a recent basketball camp, was asked if he could add another member to Team Jordan from any sport. Who would it be? And he said, without doubt, it would be Mike Trout. He said he absolutely loves him, but he's a Nike guy, and he does not steal Nike's guys. Fellas?
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be like Mike.
Which one?
Calhoun 0 for 3. Breaking ball, hooked down the line, but foul. Tough night for Cole. He really hasn't squared up anything up until that ball right there, and that's the one you hope gets down and is fair.
It's the first game he's actually played against Chris Sale.
Hits it really well. Get on the hands quite a bit.
And 3 ground ball outs.
Cole hit his 16th home run yesterday. Watch out, that one on the hand.
That's exactly where you don't want to see Cole get hit with a pitch. He's been pitched inside a number of times by Sale in this game. Get him on the hand.
Manny Gonzalez calling it a foul ball. That left hand.
That sounded bad. Trying to walk it off.
It looked like Manny Gonzalez said it was a foul ball. Cole over at first.
Ventura's trying to get an explanation. So they may check that.
Yeah.
It was not an attempt to swing. Yes, the hand is part of the bat when you swing the bat, but when you don't make that attempt to swing the bat, you get hit in the hand, you are awarded first base.
So Phil and Colbreth, the crew chief and second base umpire tonight, is over the headsets. Puts him on with Gonzalez, the home plate umpire.
And that's one thing they can challenge. It was hit batter or not.
Again, it's that left hand, the top hand. Grabs it immediately.
Again, there's no attempt to swing the bat either.
Yeah. I was just under the impression the motion that Gonzalez made, it appears as if it was a foul ball. It's a pretty good indication.
Yeah, that got his hand.
Hit by pitch. So Trout will bat with 1 out, a man on. Here comes Robin Ventura, and it looks like that might be all for sale. 104 pitches for the lefty. And that is it. We're going to have ourselves a pitching change here in the 8th inning. Sale will depart. Man at first base. White Sox leading at 8-2.
And now it's time for In the Driver's Seat, brought to you by Kia. For sale, very, very good tonight. 7 1/3, 7 strikeouts. Gave up a 2-run double to Johnny Giavitello. Career ERA now against the Angels. 5th start, 7th game over. 1.64 for Sale versus the Angels. Very good tonight. Very good changeup. Good velocity on his fastball.
Nate Jones on in relief. Second appearance for him. Tommy John surgery July of last year. So he's just now back at the major league level. Native of Kentucky. 5th round pick by the Sox back in 07. It's in 70 games in 2013. Just all of last year at the major league level. The first one to Trout is up and in. Trout, double, a walk, and a ground out. He's 1 for 2.
See, he can rush that fastball up there. 96 to 100 miles an hour. Slider, changeup.
Northern Kentucky University. Two balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 down with Pujols on deck. White Sox bullpen 12-17 on the year, 3.60 ERA. Got some live arms out there. That's back up the middle, a base hit. Trout's 2nd hit of the night. On board 3 times now. Bring up Albert.
Talk about turnaround a fastball at 98, right back up the middle. Trout with some good swings tonight against some firm fastballs. That's 98. Stayed back on that one well. The up the middle approach.
Another visit to the mound in an 8-2 game here in the 8th. Albert tonight 1 for 3. Doubled and scored in the 7th.
Cooper's been around a long time as a pitching coach.
Said the old meaning was, hey, you throw a ground ball here, you're out of the inning.
And also
get 'em.
Don't go away from maybe a slider in the sequence too. A lot of fastballs, even though they're firm. And 98 hitters like to hit the fastball. To make the fastball better, you have to use your secondary pitches on occasion. Unless you're Mariano Rivera, you throw every single time a cut fastball.
Because he can.
Yes.
And he was good at it.
Real good.
Calhoun at second base, Trout at first. Ground ball to the right side. LaRoche has it. Little bobble and safe at second. Albert forced out at first. Two outs.
Couldn't quite get the handle of the baseball to flip, but Trout beats it out. Till 3-6-1 put out at first base. Definitely baseball in the glove at that point when Pujols' foot hits the base.
Here's Ibar with 2 outs, 2 on. Eric go for 3. Oh, 1 count. Nasty movement down and in.
It's the first slider we've seen from him. And all fastballs 98, 99. Slider.
Unorthodox delivery with the that load up back behind his head, that baseball. Just a short arm kind of catcher type throwing. A little hesitation too.
You would think it gives hitters a better chance to read the baseball out of his hand. There's no deception necessarily from him.
Ibar squares one up out toward right center field. Eaton going back, tracking it down, and makes the catch on the warning track. The Angels leave a couple on. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox still leading. Cueto with 8 scoreless innings. That game is pretty much out of hand for the Tigers. 1-1 Baltimore at Seattle. Mets defeating the Rockies today 4-2. So the Mets continue to roll. Diamondbacks and the Phillies at 1-1. Nats leading the Dodgers 2-0 in the third, and Cincinnati leading the Padres in the second.
Cespedes, what a big pickup for the New York Mets. With that great young pitching they have, they finally now have some offense.
Jose Alvarez taking over on the mound for Cesar Ramos. 39th game, 2-3 record of 3.50 ERA. Ramos won an inning in the third and gave up a run on 4 hits. Back-to-back outings now for Cesar, which is allowed to run. 8-9-1 for the Sox. Sanchez, Flowers, and Eaton. Sanchez pulls this one to short. Ibar has it. One down.
The catcher, number 21, Tyler Flowers.
Flowers 2 for 3, homering back in the third inning. A single back in the sixth. And Shoemaker got the start tonight, went 5 2/3, allowing 7 runs on 9 hits, 3 of which were home runs. Flowers down for a solo shot. Abisail Garcia with 2 home runs, solo shot in the fourth, and the 3-run shot in the sixth. One ball, one strike. See what the next 2 games have in store for this White Sox team. They're just .235 against left-handed pitching this year. .253 versus righties. Total of 13 hits tonight. Although that said, they did get 4 hits off Cesar Ramos.
When you look at the type of swings they've had in this game, you have to, if you're Hector, if you're Heaney, you have to think in terms of they like to get their arms extended. You have to establish a pitch inside to work away on your changeup and 2-seam fastball against, or especially against the right-handed batters. Show in, pitch away. But you have to establish something on the inner half of the plate.
Fouled off of Iannetta. Looking ahead to the Angels' 9th, Crone, Giavotella, and Iannetta. 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Flowers takes a called strike, 3-2 outs. MLB on Fox Sports 1 returns this week. Doubleheader action, playoff implications all around. Angels and the Royals going at it, followed by the Nationals and the Giants. Coverage begins Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Giants interested in Chase Utley, I wouldn't understand. Joe Panic maybe out for a while for the Giants. Giants have been struggling lately. Lost 4 in a row. Nationals. One of the experts' favorites to go to the World Series internationally. They're struggling.
Giants will take on the Astros at AT&T Park in San Fran tomorrow and Wednesday. Good off-speed pitch, 1-2. Looks like Nate Jones will come back out for the 9th inning. Nobody warming up for the White Sox.
Pretty good pitching matchup. The Astros and the Giants. Kazmir and Bumgarner.
Towards second, Giavotella gets rid of it quickly. A 1-2-3 inning. We head to the 9th, 8-2 Sox. road trip. Not the way the Angels wanted to get this one started, especially against Chris Sale. Sale sailed through 7 1/3, 2 runs, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit batter. And Jones comes back out for the ninth to try to finish it off. Crone is 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a run scored. Oh! 0-2 count. Halos tonight with 6 hits. Just can put anything together aside from the 7th inning against Sale. Actually got 2 as Crone just got a piece of it to keep his at bat alive.
Certainly still an issue, the consistency in the lineup, 1 through 9. So should feeling a little bit better about the offense yesterday, but still looking for that consistency. Of course, he would say that continuity 1 through 9.
Crone goes down for out number 1.
Second baseman, 12, Johnny Taylor.
Givatella 2-hit game, single and a 2 RBI double. Double is 19, now with 40 RBIs. Dribbler on the right side. Jones has it. 2 down. Angels down to the last out. Chris Iannetta coming up. Chris 0 for 3 tonight.
Very aggressive again. First pitch swinging.
Hector Santiago on the mound tomorrow. Carlos Rodon going for the Sox. Game 2.
Rodon certainly has a great fastball himself. He's a mid-90s guy.
This one out to shallow right field. Avisail Garcia is there. And the Angels drop the opener of this series by the final of 8-2.
Down to too much power for Garcia. The White Sox flowers with a home run. Chris Sale. That's what he does best against the Angels. Pitch well and deep in the ball game as the White Sox win this first game of the 3-game set, 8-2.
Halos now have lost 7 straight road games, and not the way you wanted to get this one started. They drop a half game in the standings and now find themselves a game back in the American League West. 8-2, the final. White Sox win it. Stick around. Angels Live postgame is coming up next.